Okay, so we're back again. Ghazaleh Lowe here, Bondi Guru. I hope you're all doing wonderful. And this is the segment where I pull out the messages from the daily intuitive horoscopes, and I just want to respond to these messages. Obviously, I'm not going to do it to all the messages, but some of them I feel like that kind of catch my eye a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I can bring some support or some understanding to this particular message. Now, this person doesn't have any questions. I just pulled this particular message out, and I'll show you why. Okay, it's in response to a Pisces video, and I think it's a Pisces video for the 23rd of March, which was Monday yesterday, because today's Tuesday the 24th of March. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what I said in the Pisces video, so you might have to go back and have a look, right? The response is the message: I really hope so. So perhaps wanting what I say to be true, fair enough. I've been struggling pretty bad mentally lately. That's fair enough. I appreciate that you take the time to let me know this. Please understand, guys, these are not private DM messages. These are public messages. Plus stress from going down to part-time at work, applying for disability, and nervous about my doctor's appointment tomorrow. That's fair enough. Scared of being dismissed. Feeling a bit lost in life lately. Thank you for the support. Okay, beautiful. So this is somebody that's seeing the forecast as a support, which I greatly appreciate. They're not questioning anything. But I wanted to pull this one out because I thought what was most important about this message is scared of being dismissed. I was like, wow, there's something really cool here. So for this person, what you can do, if there's fear around being dismissed, what you can do is invite the part of you that feels dismissed. So this is an opportunity for you. An opportunity to be present with the part of you that feels dismissed. And the way that would work, as an example, if I was doing this, for example, I'd sit on the lounge in my home and I envision the part of me that feels dismissed, if I have that, because everyone's got different parts and different triggers, and I would just sit, let's just say, next to her or in front of her, whatever, and just be there with her. Because what I'm doing now is allowing that part of me to know, hey, I'm here with you and I'm listening. I'm present with you and I'm paying attention. Nothing more than that. It doesn't need to be more than that. The key is that I'm the one holding the space for the part of me that feels dismissed. Now, she's got her reason for feeling dismissed, so I'm never going to say to her, but I'm not dismissing you and you're not being dismissed. And so I'm not going to try to soothe her. That is one of the biggest problems that I see all the time with people, that is that they try to soothe the parts of themselves instead of truly listening. The key is to listen, not to change it, fix it, improve it, or soothe it. So if there's a part of me that is feeling dismissed, my job is simply to be present with that part. Nothing more than that. My presence and being with that part of me that feels dismissed is enough. And what it's essentially saying, because presence is very powerful, is it's okay for you to be where you're at. You don't have to feel anything different. Essentially what I want that part of me to know is you have every right to feel dismissed. I could take it a bit further and ask myself the question, when was the first memory that I have in my mind of when I was first felt that I was being dismissed in my life? And intuition delivers the memory. I can see the memory, I'll freeze frame the memory. And I go into that memory as the version I am today. Maybe I was 5 years old at the time, something occurred in my life, I felt dismissed. I'm not going to go and soothe the 5-year-old version though. And again, this is a mistake that a lot of people make. Because then if I do that, I'm going to forever spend my life managing these different parts, managing the emotions and so on. I don't need to manage anything. None of it is, it's not about right or wrong or fixing anything. I go into the freeze-framed memory and I stand next to her or be with her, the 5-year-old me. That's it. Nothing else needs to happen. I'm now present with her. And I don't say, oh, you shouldn't feel dismissed, or, I don't try to soothe. That's the most important thing. Let her be. She has every right to feel dismissed based on whatever it is that was occurring in the moment for her at that time of her life, right? She's allowed to feel dismissed. So if I give her the space to truly be allowed to feel dismissed, that's the game changer right there. I could sometimes offer some words, not necessarily words of wisdom. She's 5 years old. She's not going to understand what I'm saying, right? Sometimes what I may say is, look, I'm sorry that, this person behaved the way that they did. And I'm sorry that you had to see that, or I'm sorry that was your experience. In a very gentle way that a 5-year-old can take in, so to speak. But I'm never going to try to change her experience or change how she felt. The problem is, her whole life, she's tried to change how she's felt, right? I'm talking about like that 5-year-old and grows up and continues to have experiences where she keeps feeling dismissed in her life. So by offering her present moment awareness, freeze frame the memory, I'm in that memory with her. Once I'm present with her, there are things that occur. Now, I'm not going to go through that because for each individual, it's going to be something different. And I see this through all the sessions and group work that I do. There are different conversations that occur, okay? And that comes down to you, your intuition and your experience, okay? I don't want to get involved in that. Then the memory, I come out of the memory and back into the present moment, it's done. And so I pulled this particular message out because I want to show you guys that's what these intuitive horoscopes are about. They are here to show you perhaps parts of yourself that you've neglected unconsciously or based on survival, right? Because sometimes when you say to people, oh, you've neglected a part of yourself, they can get quite upset, Well, there's a word for defensive. I watch people get very defensive a lot of the times. It's like, hey, no one said you did it on purpose. A lot of us didn't have the language of emotions. We didn't understand how to deal with our emotions because our parents didn't understand how to deal with them, and so on, so on, so on, so on, so forth, right? It comes from generations before us. So there's no shame in here, in this space. It's really just supporting you to recognize this is a work that needs to be done. This is how you start to free yourself. And then you choose the kind of year you're going to have because you're taking the time to face these parts of yourself. Now, just to be clear, this is also the work that I present in either the daily intuitive, the one-on-one intuitive sessions, although it varies because there's so many different things that people come in with. We don't always have to go to different parts. And it's also the group work that I present, which is very powerful because the more people you have, let's say like the 10, 15 people in a group format, it's even better when it's live in person, but for now, a group format, then you get to really explore and recognize the different parts of yourself through other people speaking. That is the most profound part. And that I'm currently doing as integration sessions each week. It's brand new. They kicked off today. It went really well today. And I will have that available each week with maybe a different topic. I'm just sharing this with you so you understand. These are not your typical horoscopes. They have nothing to do with astrology. They are only delivered and designed to support you to recognize the work that you need to do so you can free yourself from reacting to the fear or reacting to the dismissed part or reacting to the part of you that hasn't been taken care of and so on and so forth. Instead, learning to respond. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I'll connect with you guys all soon. Thank you.